What's up, you too? Titan 420 back at you. This time with episode 1 of Titan Reviews One Piece. Yes, that big ass fucking story. Long ass story. Like I was telling my dude today, this manga is so old and it's still ongoing that this year it is legally allowed to drink if it was person. Yeah, One Piece is 21 years old as of 2020. That's crazy. And I just started reading it a week ago. Well, not even. Just a few days ago, really. But I liked it so much that I'm going to continue it. I just read the first volume. That's it so far. And it's awesome. It's really, really, really good. Obviously, somebody who's going to be influenced by Akira Toriyama is going to be pretty good at what he does. And who I'm talking about is the author of One Piece. His name is Ichiro Oda. Ichiro Oda. Basically, he's written some one-shots and stuff like that, but unlike Toriyama, who wrote Dr. Slump before Dragon Ball, this is pretty much it. His one-shot Romance Dawn is One Piece. I keep pointing down here. That's my phone. I got the manga on my phone. That's how I bought it. So I can't show you too much of it, but I'll show pieces of it here and there for reference material and stuff like that. So here is the cover of Volume 1. Okay, so here, pretty much I'm just going to show you chapter covers from here on out. I'm not really going to show you any pages or anything like that, because I'm not trying to get any kind of copyrights or any of that dumb shit. So I'll just, show you that, and then towards the end I'll give you some of my favorite manga panels, but instead of showing you, I'm going to give you the page number. So hopefully you had the manga. If not, and you've never seen or read One Piece before and you want to check it out, go pick up the manga. I picked up 3 volumes for like 21 bucks. So it's about $7 a piece for a volume. This particular volume has 8 chapters in it. I believe I counted Volume 2 has 8 chapters as well. The first chapter is 54 pages. So it's kind of like what I would equivalent it to is, or equal it to, is like when a show does a premiere episode or a season premiere or something like that. They'll do, let's say it's usually a half an hour show, they'll do an hour special for that opening episode. That's basically what he does with Volume 1. And basically because he needed to cover so much material right then and there. Basically a one-shot's worth of material in one chapter. If you don't know what a one-shot is, or if you don't know what manga is Japanese comics, basically. But they delve in. It's not just superhero comics. Comics are way more than what they used to be. Like you got Walking Dead comics and stuff like that. But manga was kind of always like that, where it's not just superhero stuff. It's all kinds of things. You got Dragon Ball. You got One Piece, which is a pirate manga. You've got Bleach. You've got Naruto. Death Note, which is a show about a person who gets basically a list on who to kill, and if he doesn't kill people off that list, he doesn't listen to it, then he dies. Stuff like that. So I mean, manga is this just crazy world of people with just ongoing imaginations that can write it, put it down into paper, and we reap the benefits of it. One Piece is 21 years old because it's quality. It's one of the best-selling mangas of all time because it's quality. And just reading the first volume of this, I can already tell what kind of quality it is. It's very, very good. As we delve deeper into it, you'll be able to tell like what aspects of it I really, really enjoy. He doesn't really have too much of slapstick humor like early Toriyama stuff, and the Toriyama stuff I really like. But his jokes are some of his jokes are punchlines and they hit really well. There's funny stuff. Luffy reminds me a lot of Goku when it comes to, he's a little airheaded, so he just says some real wacky shit sometimes, and it just makes you laugh. So yeah, I think from here we're gonna get going. We're gonna move on. So chapter 1 is called Romance Dawn. He just kept the same title from the one shot he wrote. If you don't know what a one shot is, basically it's just one story instead of an ongoing thing like One Piece or Dragon Ball, Bleach. It's just one story contained in one like chapter or two. I think it's usually just a chapter in one manga. That's it. Hence the name One Shot. Alright, so this is the title page for Volume 1 of Romance Dawn. Basically, the one that shows up in Shonen Jump, I think the other one was basically just like the hardcover. But that's that. Luffy staring at a parrot. Or laughing at a pirate parrot. On the One Piece sign there. And a little dinghy. Which is relevant because he pretty much starts out on a dinghy. Alright, so basically, you start out in the manga, instead of seeing Luffy, you see basically the king of pirates. His name is Gold Roger, and he is between two navy men, and they have swords, you know, like this, up to his head, because they finally caught his ass. He's the king of the pirates. He's basically Blackbeard in this continuity. And he's executed. He's killed, but before they chop his head off, he basically says, if you want my treasure, where I left it. And if you can find it, it's yours. That treasure he's talking about is One Piece. And basically, that is the treasure to end all treasures. Nobody knows exactly what's in the treasure. They don't know exactly what it is, how big it is, how much of it. No clue. But he hid it somewhere. And if you find this treasure, you become king of the pirates. So basically this ushered in a dawn or an age of piracy. So basically if you take this world and all of a sudden one day 90% of the world's population becomes pirates, that's the world of One Piece. It's mainly just pirates, and if you're not pirates, you're in the Navy. And if you're not in the Navy, you're basically just regular townfolk, you know, living in the town. So, but most of this world is pirates. And then I got a cover page for chapter 1. It's the so basically this chapter, let me give you a little, it shows Luffy in the front, and then you see a character that you won't meet until basically the end of this volume, but she's basically right there up in front. So I have to talk about her if I'm going to show you this picture. And then everybody in the back is Shanks and his crew, and you'll find out who Shanks is in a minute. But the girl is Nami, and you'll meet Nami later. Alright, so now it starts, the actual chapter starts. You're in a small harbor village is what they say. They don't give the name of it. And then you're introduced to the pirate ship that is parked outside of this bay, which these pirates have basically taken over. I wouldn't say taken over the village. They're being nice about it, but they're making it this village the base of their operations. This is where we meet Luffy, and he's standing on the bow of the ship. And he looks, I don't know, 9 or 10, somewhere around there. We'll go with 8 or 9 because I think when he starts out, when he finally goes on the journey, he's like 18, something like that. They don't specify what his age is, but he's standing on the bow of the ship. And why is he on the bow of the pirate ship? Well, like any 8 or 9-year-old boy with pirates in his town, he's going to try to impress them. He likes them. He thinks they're cool. So he takes a knife and he stabs it up underneath his left eye. I know I'm doing my right eye, but he stabs the knife right up underneath his right eye, and this creates eventually a scar. And this will be one of his trademarks and how you know that this character is Luffy, right? Just by looking at him. Obviously, the pirates are like, "What the hell are you doing?" And what did you do that for? And Luffy says, "Well, I wanted to prove to you how tough I am." So next time we see them, they're all in the tavern, in the local tavern. They're all drinking, basically toasting to the courage of Luffy. Luffy's eating his dinner. He's sitting next to a man who goes by the name of Red-Haired Shanks. He's the captain of this pirate crew, and Luffy really looks up to him. He's like a father figure to him, from what I can gather. You don't meet his parents. You meet the shopkeep or the tavern owner. I'm flipping pages to get to her name. Her name is Makino, but they don't specify if she's related to Luffy or anything like that. You meet the town mayor later, and he basically just doesn't want Luffy to be a pirate. But other than that, you never meet any of Luffy's. You don't meet any of Luffy's parents or anything like that. So, as far as I know, Makino is basically like his mother figure, and Shanks would be like that father figure to him. At this time, he's trying to convince Shanks, hey, the next time you guys go out on one of your adventures, take me. I want to go, I want to be a pirate just like you guys. Shanks laughs it off and basically tells them, well, for one, you don't even know how to swim. Kind of required if you're going to be a pirate. Luffy basically, shrugs this off. Well, I'll never fall off the boat. I'll never fall in the water. I won't have to worry about it. And that's when Shanks says, well, besides that, you're just too young. We can't be bringing you along. You'd just be a liability. Then one of his crew members pipes up and like, why not take him? It'd be fun. It'd be cool. Shanks says, nah, it's not happening. Luffy obviously gets mad at this, but, shakes it off, shrugs it off. Hope you are smoking on some good shit as well. Alright, so with that going on, in comes, he opens up the doors to the tavern. In comes this really big fucking dude. His name is, I want to pronounce it as Higuma. Higuma. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Higuma the bear. He's the leader of some mountain bandits. So him and his bandits come in to the shop. They're looking for some booze. Kino tells them, I just gave my last of it to these pirates here. But we should be in stock soon. Shanks apologizes. Hands the guy basically the last beer on the property. And it says, I know it's not much, but this is unopened. You can at least have this. Higuma, however you pronounce his name, busts the bottle over Shanks' head and continues to basically call him a chump. All the pirates, chumps, and they ain't shit kind of thing. Basically embarrasses him, all that good stuff. He eventually says what he has to say and says basically, not worth my time. We're just going to go to the next village and we'll get beer there. We'll get booze there. They leave. Whole tavern busts out in laughter. Except for one person. That person's Luffy. He's pissed. Luffy's not happy. Luffy looked up to these guys and everything. Basically, he's, a kid that basically, let's say, looks up to a gang. I know it's not a good thing, and so he sees these guys as what he wants to strive to be. He wants to be a pirate. He even asked Shanks, hey, let me be a pirate. So you would equivalent that to, let's say, a kid is trying to get in this gang, and then another gang comes in, completely disrespects them, whips their ass, makes them look like fucking fools, and they leave, and then those gang members just laugh it off. So it's the same thing here. Pirates just laugh it off, and basically their thinking is, it's no big deal. We could kill these motherfuckers without a second's notice. Oh, he spilled some fucking beer on me. Oh well, we'll get over it. So he did that. So they laugh. Luffy's pissed. He pipes up and says, "Why didn't you do anything? You didn't even attempt to fight." Shanks explains to him that you don't know this now, but when you get older, you'll understand. This obviously doesn't make Luffy feel any better. So he loses a lot of respect for him. A ton of respect. And basically is not happy at all at the situation and is getting ready to leave. Shanks goes to stop him, grabs Luffy's hand, but Luffy keeps going. And basically what happens next is Luffy's arm just keeps stretching and stretching and stretching and stretching. That's when Shanks and the other pirates are like, whoa, what the hell is going on with you? Luffy looks over and freaks the fuck out. It comes snapping back to him. And then Shanks looks over and looks at like this fatter pirate dude and says, basically, where's the devil fruit? And the pirate's like, oh shit. And so they asked Luffy, did you eat something like this? And they show a picture of what the devil fruit's supposed to look like. Luffy's like, yeah, I had that for dessert. They start freaking the fuck out. Because basically what the devil fruit is it's like a special fruit that you eat, and it gives you basically a superpower. Not every superpower is the same. The one Luffy got was basically the ability to be Stretch Armstrong, be a rubber boy, be a rubber band man. He's T.I.'s song, basically. He's a rubber band man. He's a rubber man. So that's Luffy's ability. He can stretch himself for miles. Here is the one flaw that we're told from the beginning. If you eat the devil fruit, you will lose your ability to swim, and you will never be able to swim again in your life. And in this world, it's basically like the movie Waterworld. It's more or less just water with a bunch of islands all over the place. Not a great weakness to have, you know. It's the only weakness that I know of so far. But considering the world, is a pretty big weakness. Alright, so we cut to the day when the pirates get ready to leave, and this will be the last time that they'll be at this village. They basically felt that they worn out their welcome. It's time to go find a new village, try and, you know, do new things. Luffy's still mad at him for all this. But he's having fun. He's enjoying himself. He's still. You see him later on. He's in the tavern, just him and Makino. She's talking to him. She asked him, "Hey, why aren't you going to see off Shanks and his men? They're leaving today." And you know, obviously, he tells him, "I don't want to see them. I don't." Shanks is a coward. Why would I want to go see him off? In walks Haguma, whatever the hell his name is, the mountain bandit. He walks in. He gets he sees Luffy there. Luffy starts fucking talking trash. So the mountain bandit grabs him, takes him out to the middle of town with the rest of his bandits, and they start beating him. The mayor comes out. He's trying to tell him to stop. The mountain bandit's not going to, basically because he wants the pirates to show up, so he can make a fool of them again. So the pirates eventually finally show up. Takes them a minute. He gets some. They're standing there. He gets them down on the ground. He's stepping on them. Finally, Shanks and his crew show up. Mountain Bandit's like, "Smith, you guys ain't shit." That's when Luffy's like, "Hey," or not Luffy. That's when Shanks is like, "Hey, you can spill beer on me, call me names, do whatever the fuck you want to me. Don't ever touch or disrespect my friends." That's when one of the mountain bandits come up, puts a gun to Shanks' head, basically tells him, "I could kill you at any point in time." Blah blah blah. Then out of nowhere, in the next panel, that fat one that showed Luffy the devil fruit pulls out his pistol, shoots the fucking brains out of the dude that was pointing the pistol at Shanks. Like that. Like, it's a cool set of panels if you ever get to see it. Definitely one of my favorites. That would be page 37 of chapter 1. Now the bandits go to fight them. And like Shanks said, you know, if you have a good reason or not, nobody's gonna hurt my friends. They all, the pirates dismantle them pretty damn well, kill everybody there. Shanks doesn't even have to move a finger. So the only one left is Haguma. He basically pulls out a fucking smoke grenade and then takes off. He takes off with Luffy at that point. And then in a little dinghy, and says that he tells Luffy that he had already killed 56 people. What's one more? He kicks Luffy off of the dinghy. Here's the weird thing: is this guy doesn't know that Luffy can't swim. So did he just think that, hey, he's a kid, he's not gonna know how to swim? Kind of convenient, really. But he kicks him off into the water, and it takes off. They do a flashback, and then so when he does that, a big ass giant fish fucking comes up. Giant fish comes up, eats the mountain bandit, because I don't want to say his name again. Haguma. Eats him in one swipe. He's about to eat Luffy when all of a sudden he gets grabbed up. It's Shanks. He grabbed him up and pulled him out of the way right before the fish came down. He's safe. Luffy's bawling his eyes out. Shanks says, stop. There's no need to cry. You're safe. You're good. That's when Luffy says, what about your arm? Shanks got him away in time, but basically his arm was left exposed just enough to where that fish took his arm off. Took his right arm. Took his left arm off. Completely. And so, yeah, you know, Luffy felt really bad for this. And Shanks is like, it's whatever, I'll be fine without him, without my left arm. The most important thing is that you're safe. So Luffy gets ready to see him off and everything, and he says, you know what, I don't want to join your crew. I'm happy to see you go, you know, and everything. But I don't want to join your crew because I'm going to start my own pirate crew. And I'm going to be king of the pirates. And Shanks, you know, laughs him off and says, there's no way you're going to be a pirate. And Luffy's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to be a pirate. And then he said that one day he'll have a ship and crew that's better than Shanks' crew. and that he'll have the biggest hoard of treasure. And that's when he says he's going to be king of the pirates. So Shanks is like, alright, you want to be better than us? He takes off his straw hat and says, alright, when you become king of the pirates and we meet again one day, give me the hat back when you're king of the pirates. And so Luffy says, yeah, you got it. And they sail off, and we get to chapter 2. Or, no, we flash forward 10 years. The town is now seeing Luffy off. And Luffy is now the adult Luffy that we all know, that we're used to seeing. And he gets in a little dinghy. He doesn't have a ship yet. He's got a little dinghy, and the single sail. He gets shown off. The mayor basically comments that he hates to see you go, but you can't have any pirates here. He wishes that he wasn't going to become one. But oh well. So he leaves. And the first thing he comes across is that fish that took Shanks' sword. And this is the first time that we ever see an offensive attack from Luffy. And that is the Gum Gum. He ate the Gum Gum fruit. Gum Gum pistol. And yeah, I have to show this page. It is page 57, chapter 1, volume 1. His first ever attack. Punched the shit out of that fucking beast. Punched the shit out of him. And then it, comes rearing back like a normal arm. One shot at it and killed it instantly. So we get to the end of that chapter, and we get to chapter 2. And they call him Straw Hat Luffy. So he's sitting there chilling, just going about his day, when he realizes that he doesn't know how to navigate. Probably get one of those in this group. But before he can really, get any kind of bearings, there's a whirlpool going on, and he gets sucked into it. How he doesn't die, I don't really know. Here is chapter 2. They call him Straw Hat Luffy. This is the title page for chapter 2. Pretty cool. Got that ostrich looking thing standing next to him. So we get to our next scene, which is some uncharted island somewhere. We see a big boat. Another pirate ship. This one has black hearts on it though. This isn't Shanks' ship. And this mast has like a female pelican or whatever sticking out. You can tell that the captain of this ship's a female. And that's when you see this captain. This is ugly fucking wench. Fat fucking ugly thing. Called Iron Mace Alvida. She's a bitch. And she runs this crew. When you first meet her, she's basically working on a cabin boy who was stranded there, or was out fishing. He was out doing something. We'll get to it eventually. And he came across them, got stuck on their boat because he was naive, and now he's basically a prisoner there. And so he's been their cabin boy for 2 years. And so she whooped him. She beats the shit out of him, all that good stuff. He rolls this barrel back into this little storage cabin on the island, and meets some of her crew. They want a drink of it, and they're like, fuck it. Kobe's like, no, because if Captain Alvita finds out, she's gonna kill us. She'll kill us all. And they're like, well, we're the only ones here, and if you don't tell, we're not telling, so we're gonna fucking open it. Before they get to, though, boom, bursting out of the fucking barrel is Luffy. He wakes up. Somehow he survived the fucking whirlpool and ended up in this fucking barrel. He took a nap. Even he doesn't fucking know how he got there. I am not going to be able to finish this review completely, which is crazy, because I'm at a half an hour of recording. There's a lot to talk about, though. Anyway, he burst out, knocks two of them back. They're like, who the hell are you? Yada, yada, yada. And he's like, I'm Luffy. You know, he beats all of them up real quick because they go to attack him. Lady Alvita comes in. Her little shtick is basically she makes all her crew members tell her that she's the most beautiful bitch in all the land, which is not true at all. She's like that fucking sorceress from Snow White. Ugly ass bitch, but always has to be confirmed that she's beautiful. So that's her stick. Luffy sees right through this, though, and says, yeah. Or right, Luffy hasn't met her yet. So they run back, tell Alvita about it. About Luffy. She thinks it's this guy named Rorono Zulu, who's a pirate bounty hunter. But she wants to go find out anyway. We then see we then get brought back to Luffy and Kobe are talking to each other since he basically saved Kobe's life. Kobe's like, here, I've been building this little ship, another little dinghy, to get off this island. Only problem is, it's a piece of shit. Even Luffy doesn't want it. So, with all that said, Luffy tells Kobe that he wants to be king of the pirates. And then Kobe's like, that's impossible. You'd have to make the whole world kneel to you. You know, he's saying like you're gonna need wealth, fame, and power, all and you have to achieve all of that in order to become king of the pirates. And then basically asked if he's after Gold Roger's lost treasure, One Piece. And it's the first time we ever see this. And, you know, Kobe's the type that doesn't want to cause any trouble, get in any trouble, any of that good stuff. So he's trying to convince Luffy that, hey, this is not a great idea. You could die and all that good stuff. And Luffy's like, if I do, trying to achieve my dream, so be it. Then that's what it is. Then I die. but I'm not going to. I have faith enough in myself to become king of the pirates. And like he says, if I die doing it, then at least I tried. This hits home with Kobe. Kobe's like, shit, I never really thought about it that way. So obviously he earns a lot of respect for Luffy in that matter. And he then breaks down and tells Luffy that he wants to join the Navy. That's his dream. And he says even though we'll be enemies, you know, it is what it is kind of thing. But before he does that, he's got to get out of Captain Alvida's stranglehold that she's got him in. Because he's been a little cabin bitch for 2 years. I'm trying to get through this real quick. Basically, real quick, what happens is Luffy's first glance at Alvida, he's like, who's that tough-looking old biddy? Obviously, this pisses Alvida off. She comes in, gets ready to basically confront them. And then Kobe fucking says that Lady Alvida is the ugliest old hag of all. Obviously, she fucking hates this. She gets ready to, she takes out her mace, gets ready to hit him with it. And then, instead, Luffy pushes him out of the way. He takes the mace straight to the back. Obviously, with him being made of rubber, this doesn't affect him in the slightest. He then pulls up another one of my favorite panels, and I'm not going to show you this one, but this is on page 81. He cocks up his gum pistol, releases it, punches that fat bitch straight in the face, knocks her out, defeats her. The pirate crew is like, holy shit, you just beat, you know, Lady Alvida's really fucking strong, or else they would have beat her by now. So they don't really know what to do. So Luffy tells them what to do. Give Kobe a dinghy, and we're gonna get out of here. Don't follow us. And they leave. They're out to sea, and Kobe asked basically what's your plan. That's when Luffy says, well, I'm gonna go to the Grand Line. That's when Kobe's like, no, you can't go to the Grand Line, you'll get killed at the Grand Line, plus you're gonna need a big ass crew before all that. And that's when Luffy was like, and that's when Luffy says, well, I'm assembling a super crew. That's, you know, that's why I'm going, before I even get to the Grand Line. So, Luffy remembers that Kobe told him about this, about the pirate hunter, Verona Zulu. Basically, Zulu, however you pronounce it. I'm bad with these pronunciations, because I'm reading it. You know, I haven't been watching the anime. I'm reading the manga. And so, basically, he wants Zulu to join his crew. And Kobe again tells them, well, he's a pirate hunter. Why is he gonna join you? He's gonna kill you, blah, 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 blah. Mr. Negative. And he's like, well, we gotta figure it out somehow. And then we're gonna, so that's where they're headed, is the naval base, to try to find Zola. I've went through 45 minutes on this review. A lot longer than I thought, but there's a lot to it. Okay, so I'll try to be faster with episode 2 of this volume 1 review. I can't believe it's going to be 2 episodes. But I'll try to be. There was a lot to cover in this. So I'm going to save all my final thoughts and all that good stuff for the end of the next video. I got to charge my camera though. So until then, we'll leave off on chapter 3, and I'll leave you guys with this artwork from the chapter 3 cover. Goofy riding a big ass shark. Alright, so chapter 3 enters Zulu. Like I said, please correct me on my pronunciation if you can in the comments. That would be appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, this long video, be sure to give it a nice big old thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, obviously the part 2 of the volume 1 review, be sure to subscribe. I will be trying to put that out in the next day or so, and I'm going to spend the rest of tonight starting volume 2 so I can bring you out the review of that volume shortly after I finish up this review. So until next time guys, this has been Titan 420 signing out.